What's up, you guys? Today is Friday, the 23rd of June. Current local time is about 17:30ish. We are in the Kansas City area right now, getting ready to pick up a reload close by here over on the west side of town in Edwardsville on the Kansas side. What is this Amazon? This Amazon driver up here in the other lane's kind of swinging his foot out, back and forth in and out of the vehicle. Alright, anyway, yeah, we just got on the northbound I-29 from southbound I-35. You might see on the map there, got a couple route options I could have taken. I could have gone south on 29/35, I guess. Taking that straight over to I-70 and then west on I-70 to get over there. But as you see there, we got traffic delays on that side of town, whereas this side looks to be free flowing. So I'm going to go ahead and come northbound on 29. Then we're going to go south on I-635. That'll be the spot that you see right there, just over in the Northmore and Riverside area, I guess I would call it. Go south on 635, we'll take that'll take us down to I-70. Then we'll go west on 70 from there to I-435 southbound, and it'll be a short distance past I-40, past I-70 off of I-45, 435. Alright, it is commute time and a Friday afternoon, so probably got more going on here than normal, I would imagine, because people probably going for weekend outings and stuff. Alright, that's US 169 here we're crossing. Alright, so we're going to be picking up at a place called Ameriserv. Now, Ameriserv, I don't know. Okay, so what we're really going to is a Lineage Logistics facility in Edwardsville. However, Lineage has, I-635 coming up. Looks like I need the left side to check. See if I can get over, if these guys will let me. Come on, dude. You gonna let me over or not? Dude, really? You just had to be a bitch like that, right? I'm being an asshole now, I don't care. I can see why she wants over, but why are you so far over to the left if you know you need to go right? I mean, I don't know. I don't think that's a Missouri plate on her, so maybe she's not very familiar. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll try to give her some benefit of doubt. Maybe she's familiar and just being stupid. Nah, she's coming back over now. Wow. So she's just stupid and impatient, doesn't care about anything but herself. Got it. Alright, I'd put my foot in my mouth if I could right now. Alright, getting on southbound 635 now. Alright, so Lineage. I've been there one time before. JCT does a pretty fair amount there. There's a Tyson facility there. No, Tyson basically leases some space there. Smithfield also leases space. We used to not really deal with Smithfield until Hirschbach came into the picture with us, and then so now we do more Smithfield loads every so often. But Ameriserv, I don't know if that's Smithfield or some like a third customer over there. I believe there are like 3 or 4 different companies that work out of that same warehouse. They just work out of all different parts of it. So I know pretty much how the process works, but I'm going to need help when I get there from them on where exactly do I check in at, because the pickup number can give clues about which location they're going to. My load assignment, I think I saw something about a Suite C in there. So but I don't know what Suite C. I can tell you that on the northbound, on the north side of the facility, let me slide over. I can tell you on the north side of the facility, right next to the street, is the Smithfield side. And then if you go past Smithfield on the north side, I want to say it was like door 72 or whatever the hell it was. Or I could be wrong on the door number. I don't know. Maybe someone can confirm. Tyson is over there. But yeah, I don't have a clue what Ameriserv is. The pickup info that I have does not look like it corresponds to a Tyson load. So I'm going to assume that it's not Tyson I'm there to pick up. Maybe it's Smithfield. I don't know. We'll figure it out when we get there, though. Okay, so I'm anticipating I still have probably around 15 miles to go. I'm going to have some high speed there for you. Don't worry, or I plan to. So before we do that, though, go on to I guess today's topic. Let's go with the real world wife swap. So you're gonna be shitting yourself laughing or how crazy this sounds, but it's a true story. I'm gonna try to sugarcoat it a little bit because my kids are involved and I'm not trying to ruffle feathers with people and stuff. But alright, so my last video you saw me talk about kind of how I met my wife and how amazing how I think she is and all that. Yeah, I paid homage or did an ode to her with this shirt here. So since I'm still wearing the shirt because I'm still on the same shift that I was on when you saw my last video. I'm still in the middle of that same shift. I just came, went and got washed out in Cameron, Missouri at the Flying H family truck wash, whatever they call it. And then that's right after I left Milan, Missouri, and then now I'm going straight from there to my shipper. Anyway, yeah, so this real life wife swap. You guys have seen the TV show, some of you guys have seen that TV show here in the U.S. called Wife Swap. You know, usually what happens is, if you're not from the U.S., I don't know, maybe you have something similar, like Lisa and Tom. Maybe you guys have something in the UK that's similar or whatever, where you get two families and the husbands basically, or the wives, whichever, swap positions with some other random family's spouse, and they kind of live in they live with these other families and and they usually pick polar opposites. You know, like one's like really laid back family, like out of control family, whatever, and then the other one be like freaking totally uptight and you know, like easily offended or whatever, very conservative, whatever it might be. And they just see all the drama that comes from it. But then a lot of times in the end, they end up figuring out there are some nice things about, even with all that drama, there were some good things that came out of the experience that they end up taking back to their own homes. Alright, so kind of on that line here, but we'll call it a little different now. Now, last video I talked about how I had an ex-wife, and I ended up eventually getting together with my current wife after I was divorced. Alright, now this is where the fun comes in. So in that other video I talked about how my current wife, I'll just say Dora. Yeah, that's her name. Dora and I, when we first started dating, on our first date, we kind of talked a little bit about, what led us to being single from, where we were. Yeah, at the time now, Dora was still legally married to her husband, to her previous husband. They were separated but not divorced. Whereas me, I was legally divorced. And so now we end up telling the different stories about our exes. And this is good, bad, and ugly, guys. We're all... let's not sugarcoat things too much here, all right? Nobody's perfect. Not even myself. I'll be the first person to pick on myself. And I know that there are things that people are going to say, will say that is bad about me or whatever, and as far as their own perspective, they have a right to believe that way or see things the way they do. You better hurry up, dude, because you might not have seen that yield sign there. Dude, I'm not waiting any longer. Alright, I-70 coming up 1.25 mile out. We're going to head west on there. So, alright, I'm not going to go into the gritty details about all the great and bad things about my ex. She's a good person. I'm still friends with her to this day. It's just, we're not, we just weren't cut out, really weren't making each other happy, I guess. We were kind of miserable with each other because of, personality differences and stuff like that. But overall, shit, there's a motorcycle there. I didn't want to cut over until I knew for sure he knew when I saw him. Alright, 70 West. But needless to say, I'm going to say, I will sugarcoat just a little bit here. My ex is really into culinary arts. She actually went to Art Institute on my GI Bill to get to try to get a culinary degree, and now coincidentally Dora's ex-husband actually has I think he got a bachelor's or whatever from Cordon Bleu, whatever that degree is, whatever, in frickin' food. I don't know what the damn degree's called. Being a chef or whatever. So he knows a lot of stuff there, and he's all, so he's obviously all into culinary arts as well. Now we'll just kind of go with that part, all right? So it's one time Dora and I are together on a date or whatever, and we just came up with this crazy idea. You know what? Because personalities as well, like between my ex and Dora's ex, seem like they could be a compatible thing as well, not to mention the culinary arts stuff, whatever. So, as a joke, right now, Dora will tell you that it was my idea, but I keep thinking it was her idea. But, but she'll swear to it that it was my idea, so okay, I'll go with that. I just don't remember well enough whose idea it really was. It does sound like some crazy shit that I would come up with as a joke, though. Alright, so we'll just give you that. You know where this is coming now. So yeah, I came up with this crazy idea. I wonder what would happen if we tried to hook my ex-wife up with her ex-husband. Let's see what would happen. Because, like I said, that personality compatibility that we thought they might have. And, come on, dude. Find your gas pedal. What the fuck's wrong with you? Alright, and all that, we just figured we'd give it a try. Kind of, maybe suggest it, see if they, kind of talk to our exes and see if they would, how receptive they'd be to the idea of at least meeting the other ex. And, so this one day, because I was living in San Jacinto, my ex-wife was living in Hemet, and Dora and her ex-husband, were both still living in the same house together in Rialto. Now Dora is really good with Mexican cuisine, authentic Mexican cuisine, whereas my ex-wife is really good with Italian cuisine, because my ex-wife is half Italian, half white, pretty much. Here. Yeah, I might actually end up talking all the way there now, looks like it. Alright, so come up with this idea because, my ex decided she would be interested in learning some stuff about Mexican cuisine, and vice versa with Dora. So I came up with the idea, well, why don't we all meet up at my place in San Jacinto? My ex could show Dora her Italian stuff, that she does, and then Dora could show my ex the some Mexican stuff, and I get to get to be the benefactor of it all by having both having both meals at the same time. Well, so yeah, they were both they both come over, and they're in the kitchen kind of sharing notes and all this stuff. And I guess, yeah, both the exes were both agreeable to at least giving it a try. So, because actually, while they were in, my ex, okay, Gina's her name, Gina and Nora were in the kitchen talking to each other while, sharing their stuff, whatever. And I think that's when Dora, if I recall, asked Gina about whether she'd be interested in meeting Bob, the ex-husband. And she said, "Oh, sure, why not? I'll give it a try, whatever. Don't know, and don't expect anything. Just if something does come about, then great. Otherwise, it's no big deal." So Dora calls Bob up on the phone right there in the kitchen, and starts introducing him through the phone to Gina and stuff. And I remember I'm sitting there in the kitchen, and I start I meet Bob on the phone for the first time. And then this is crazy me. You guys know me. As a joke, I said, "Hey, I'll let you do my wife if you let me do yours." Kids, you don't know what that means. Let's keep it that way, right? And everybody, and I think Gina ended up spitting her drink out, laughing about that. Got her off guard there, as usual. And my mind's always in the gutter, so you kind of know what you expect from me with the humor. So yeah, they got a good laugh out of that. And then later on, they ended up doing meeting up, but now 435. No, I want 435 south. All right, so we'll stay in this lane. Gonna hit the Cloverleaf off ramp up here to head south. All right, well, give you the really sugar-coated part of that because of people watching, or certain people. People of a certain age who shouldn't be, and not every bit of these details really need to be public anyway. Alright, well, anyway, yeah, we end up, now, I guess Gina and Bob were, at least Bob, whatever, was a little hesitant to go on a one-on-one date with Gina. He said he would do it if we double dated with them. We just went and did a dinner date for the most part. Went and got Thai food in Hemet. Went together. We kept like, no, you guys do your thing. Get to know each other. You don't need us there, kind of being comic relief or entertainment, whatever we're gonna be. We got our thing we want to do, and you guys should have that quality time getting to know each other. But we went ahead like, well, I'm not going to do it unless you guys go with us, is what basically we were being told. So like, okay, well, no problem, let's do it. So we do this double date at a Thai restaurant, right at a place right by where I do my jiu-jitsu training at, or at least when I was living there. And they ended up hooking up. They ended up, I guess, having enough chemistry to want to pursue more. And they ended up staying together, and even ended up getting married later on after Nora and I had already gotten married. So that's the crazy wife swap story that you don't normally hear about in real life. Again, it was just me and some crazy joke idea, and it actually turned out to be a fruitful idea for multiple people. It sounds crazy, but honestly, here's actually a pretty nice detail about it. This next exit right here, Highway 32, is where we're going to get off at here. Because we have blended family. Dora and Bob have 3 biological kids, and then Gina and I have 2 biological kids, and now we're blending 2 families together. Now, normally when you have exes, you have what, 3 or 4 different households, and you always have to play this juggling game with the kids, like who has what kids. With this kind of with a typical blended family like that. Well, for us, okay, either the kids are at our house or the kids are at their house. It's that easy. It's very simple. Well, they actually live in Oklahoma now, so we're nowhere even close to them. But we had actually thought about moving out to Oklahoma to be closer to them, so we could be close to the kids. Or the kids that my boys who were at the time both staying with Gina and Bob. Now one of my older boy Christian stays permanently with us, while my younger one Bradley stays in Oklahoma with Gina and Bob. So that's the crazy story here. All right, now we're getting off here at exit 9 on I-435. Yeah, I know this is gonna make some of you guys like, what the? I could tell a story even better if I could do it not PG-13 or G-rated. So but I'm not gonna do that. This isn't the place for that. So, all right, we're gonna get on. We're gonna make a right turn here, head west on Highway 32. You just saw an Old Dominion truck pass by. Old Dominion actually has a terminal right over here, right by where we're going. Yeah, and then FedEx has a terminal right here, straight in front of us. Alright, I need to slide over to the left ASAP because I don't want this guy getting in my space when I need to make a left turn really soon here, as you see on the map. There's going to be a Conoco gas station right here, as you see on the map there. Right on the other side of the Conoco is the street. Going to make a left turn there. So here's the Conoco right there. I just saw a car, like an old car, pull out of that street that I'm going to turn onto, whatever. No, those guys are turning before Conoco. Alright. So yeah, right where that do not enter sign is at. I'm going to turn right there. Do not enter sign is for something else. I'm not sure why that do not enter sign is there, to be honest with you. It's kind of weird. Because this is a two-way street here, so it doesn't make any sense to me why there'd be a do not enter sign there. Unless that's a one-way garage right there where you can only, where you're supposed to go around, or no, that's just a dock door right there. That's a loading dock right there. You can't even drive around that. Okay, Lineage here. They got 2 guard shacks, one on the north side and one on the south side. Here's Lineage right here. Last time I came here, I came through the north gate at first, thinking that was, because I saw a Sea of England coming out this side. Holy shit, where's everything at? There's nothing over here on the Americold, on the, not Americold, but Smithfield side. Is Smithfield no longer there? Alright, so yeah, I made the mistake of going that way and then found out I was actually supposed to come through this gate and drop my empty and then go Bobtail over to the other side to check in. So we're going to turn in right here. Now I do have a trailer number attached to my load info, so that does give me the impression that the load is already ready for pickup. I have a drop dead time of tonight, like a little after 2 in the morning. So yeah, I'll be hopefully able to get it moving out of here much earlier than that. I'm not going to be able to get very far though. I got 2 hours and 10 minutes left on my drive clock. 3:59 left on my 14. So hopefully I can get somewhere down the road, and at least because I want to get within range, get enough miles out of this shift. I don't want to be driving too late, but unfortunately, it kind of be a necessary evil, I think, tonight. Want to get within close enough where I have a much easier chance at getting to the receiver in 2 shifts. Because as it is right now, I think I'm going to be like 1,300 and some odd miles, a little over 1,300 miles away. I can still do that in 2 shifts, but it's 2 longer shifts. If I can get knock out some miles tonight, it means I don't have to run quite as hard the next 2 shifts to get over there. We'll talk about where we're going with this load after we're done with this video, okay? Alright guys, we are checked in here. I'm going to slide the tandems back first. Just a little bit harder than I intended to. Okay, so from what she told me, yeah, Smithville is no longer here. I guess they do everything out of that new lineage in Olathe that I've been to a couple times. Alright, so let's make sure I know what this guy over here is doing. Alright, okay, so I'm here for Ameriserv. She said normally the Ameriserv would check in right over here, right by this brick thing over here on the left. But I guess because of my pickup number being a Tango number, it means I need to check in over on the other side. Okay, she said drop my empty in the last 2 rows over here, which are, yeah, these over here. So we're going to come back around over here. I actually look like I might be able to... I'm able to drop my trailer right here. I don't know. I got to double check the layout of the lot, but I believe this is the... these are the 2 last rows here. Yeah, we're good over there. Yeah, that's correct. I don't see anything else there. All right, that should be good. Now I'm gonna have to back into my trailer though, because otherwise I'm gonna have problems getting my 5th wheel to decouple. All right, let me get disconnected, and we'll go bobtail over to the other office. All right, guys, let's get disconnected here. All right, yep, sounds good. And go spin around to the other side. Supposed to be a one-way lane or something? Is that why these arrows are like this? Weird. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I said I'm going to be checking in basically at the Tyson office. So I guess it is a Tyson load I'm here to pick up. What we'll end up doing, we'll come back out the same guard shack we just came in, go back up to the other side, and check back, go in through the other guard shack, and then we'll go park over across the lane from where the Tyson office is at, and check in over there. Make sure, yeah, we're on the same page here, what's going on. Alright, the last time I was here, I had a memorable experience with the guards. One not positive at all, and the other one very positive. Last time I was here was a younger guy. There's a motorcycle coming this way. I'll wait on him. Okay, so yeah, last time I was here, it's kind of a younger white guy over here. It's a bit of an attitude problem. Did not like him at all. But when I came over to this side, and there was a older white guy there. He was really good. Yeah, he was very friendly. He was even asking, because this was right after JCT and Hirschbach started co-op and loads and stuff. Yeah, actually, I was the first ever combined Hirschbach / JCT load out of here. Out of this whole region, actually, this whole planning area. And let's see if I don't know if I need to check with this guy here, but we'll find out. Well, at least got a thumb up from him. Or her, whoever it is. Yeah, I think I just got a thumb up. Yeah. Yeah, it was hard to see through that tinted window, but I saw someone's thumb go up. Like, oh, okay, it must be good. Yeah, and then when I got through the others, yeah, when I could see through the windows on the side of the shack, yeah, it was not tinted, and I could clearly see them waving at me like go ahead. So, yeah, hunky dory here. All right, right where this bobtail just came out of, we're gonna stop over here, right where this brown one is. Is that Bigelow or something? Oh no, Barlow. Yeah, that's right. Barlow. I've seen those guys. That's right. Western Flyer Express does a lot here as well. So I got several friends who drive for WFX. We'll just put it right here. Yeah, she said she didn't have the trailer number that I have on my load assignment in her system, but the fact that I have a trailer number at all on my load assignment tells me it's very highly likely my load is ready for pickup. Alright, so give me a moment and yeah, we'll see where we go from here. Alright guys, we got signed bills, and even better is our trailer is right over here, just a few spots over. Let me get into it. Okay, and I've also already done a pre-trip of it for the most part. I just got to do lights and leaks basically. Where'd it go? Someone, no, never mind, I forgot. I'm on the other. It's on the other side of this Prime truck over here. A couple spots over from Prime. So we'll be hooking up to it. It'll be really quick since I've already done a good look at the trailer outside of stuff I can't do while I'm not hooked up to it. Can't check lights. And I can't really check for leaks either because Hirschbach trailers, they automatically deflate the airbags. This is a Hirschbach trailer number. JCT badge, but Hirschbach trailer. And yeah, their trailers auto deflate the airbags when disconnected. Or when the trailer brakes are set. You're gonna make me slam in, aren't you? It wasn't as bad as I expected, but just a little bit rough. Alright, so let me finish doing these, doing light checks and leaks and stuff, and we'll get out of here. Alright guys, we are ready to get out of here. Let's go ahead and come out. I don't want to make a hard turn like that, so I'm going to come out in this direction. I still have my tandems all the way back as well. I don't know if they're going to nitpick about that. It's usually best practice to slide the tandems after you're off outside the guard shack area anyway, so there we go. Just trying to get that fly to leave. Yeah, this is just as easy right here anyway. Okay, as you see there on my map, I have it pointed toward basically a simulated route toward Haines City, Florida. This is actually a 2-bagger delivery. First delivery is going to be in Haines City, Florida. The second one is going to be in Winter Garden, Florida. Why they're in that order, I don't know. I wasn't even really sure exactly where Winter Garden was, but one of my friends who actually lives in that area of down the Orlando area, drives for JCT also, explained to me roughly where it's at. Basically, it's all, he said Highway 50 west of Orlando is basically where it's at. So I don't know Highway 50, but I know where Orlando's at, and yeah, he basically said that. So, and he said, yeah, it doesn't make any sense why you'd go in that order, because you pretty much have to go through Winter Garden to get to Haines City from here. I don't know, it's just how it is, though. All right, so I'm gonna go and get checked out here, and then we'll get our tandem slid and we'll get rolling here. Because of what the load actually does weigh, it's even my tandem's all the way back. I'm only at 34,000 pounds on my drive tires right now, and if it was a really heavy load, I would be up higher than that, and then needing to slide the tandems forward to get the weight off of the drives and to the tandems. But tandem's all the way back, and it's barely sitting at 34 now. I know it's definitely as light as it says. All right, so I'm gonna get checked out here, and we'll continue that. Alright guys, so I was going to slide the tandems here, but then someone pulled up behind me, so come on, I don't want to go into drive mode yet. Just want to get out of the way so I can slide my tandems where I need to, and in a spot where that other guy can do his checkout process without me being here. Oh, look like I can't. I gotta wait. There's a train going across over here anyway, so more reason to take time. Alright guys, we are ready to roll now. Okay, before I make this turn here, so I'm going to turn to the right. However, if you need to find the cat scale ASAP and you don't want to go any further from here than necessary to make sure you're scaled okay, make a left. Go to the end of the street, there's a traffic light right there. Turn left there. And right before you get to I-435, there's a, was it a QT or whatever the hell that, there's a truck stop over there, like a QT or whatever it is. I think it's QT. Right there on the left side, right before you get to 435, they have a cat scale you can use there. It's just the very next exit past the one that I actually used to get over here. But with my weights, what I'm dealing with here, let me zoom in, because you already kind of get an idea of the route I'm going to take there, or what it wants me to take. Basically, it wants me to take I-70 across to St. Louis, continue down I-64 over to, is that Mount Vernon, or, no, that's not Mount Vernon, is it? I forget. Maybe it is Mount Vernon, Illinois. And go down I-57 from there to I-24 over in Paducah area, or about, yeah, basically end up taking 24 down through Paducah, Kentucky, and Fort Campbell and all that. End up eventually going through Chattanooga, or actually Nashville, Chattanooga, and Atlanta, and then get on I-75 in Atlanta, or actually 75 in Chattanooga. I'm not a fan of going through Atlanta though during the daytime. So I'm not really quite sold on whether I'm going to actually go that route yet. There are some other routes I know of. Like, yeah, a good example would be, what's that, US 65, or no. I mean, I could also go down over here by Harrisonville and take, I think it's Highway 7 or whatever that is over there. The same exit where the Walmart DC in Harrisonville is at. Looks like I need to be in the left lane. I want to get basically work my way up to I-70. I want to go north on 435, get on the eastbound 70, basically is what I'm looking to do. But I was saying, as an alternative, I could take I-49 down to Harrisonville, get on 7 East, and eventually end up, I believe it was on US 60 and 62, if I remember correctly. I might be mixing them up because Springfield, Missouri, James Ewing, your area, one of your areas. That's another spot where I remember I've gone across that way, but not necessarily my favorite way to go, but that is another option I could take. Whatever the case, I want to make sure I can do it in 2 shifts. It turns out I'm already only 1,267 miles out. And yeah, I could always go to Oak Grove, hang out at the Petro over here. You fucking moron! You just can't deal with waiting behind me to catch up to speed, huh? That's all right, as long as we didn't have a conflict over here. Oak Grove is what, 26, 28, whatever the hell it is, miles east of Kansas City. I just bid it down there, and I'm already not much more than 600-mile shifts to get all the way to Haines City if I go the route that it's suggesting. And I might even have, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'll have time to do an extra 10-hour break if need be, but it's an option. I don't think I want to go past Oak Grove because it's already a 6:45. And when it starts getting much later than that, truck stops start to fill up a lot faster, and I don't play that market, show up at full truck stops if I don't absolutely have to be there. And 1267, I'll probably be about 1230-ish, 1240-ish out by the time I stop in Oak Grove, and that's 620 or so mile shifts. Alright, that's easy to do. I mean, it's, yeah, I can normally do that in a little bit less than 10 hours of drive time, so maybe 9.5, roughly hours of drive time if all goes well. So, yeah, I'm just going to bed it down in Oak Grove. I'll scale the load there as well just to be sure, because I'm pretty certain it's going to scale okay. I have room to work with on the, we're not going to California, so I have room to work with on the tail to go further back. Let me zoom in. And yeah, it's right over here in that general area is Oak Grove. Yeah, actually, I think before you even get to Higginsville. I see Higginsville over there, so yeah, I'll probably actually can zoom in even more on there if I believe. Alright, so that's where I'm going to shut down, and then, like I said, I should have no problems getting there in 2 shifts from there. And, it doesn't deliver until 6 a.m. on Monday. Yeah, Monday, 6 a.m. Yeah. And today's Friday evening, so, yeah, it won't be a problem at all. Alright, so that kind of wraps this one up. This is probably a little bit on the lengthier side than I really intended, but like I say, sometimes it takes a little longer to tell those stories than I expect. And don't forget that I always put bookmarks or chapters in my videos, so you can easily skip past the stuff that's not quite as interesting to you or whatever, or easily go back to something that's more of interest or whatever. So, yeah, I should have reminded you guys at the beginning of the video instead of the end. Alright, well, getting on I-70 here in a second. Otherwise, I am all done with this one here. I have a new video for you guys when we get to Haines City, alright? You all have a great night, and thanks for hanging out and watching. We'll see you then.